absolutely look like a hand-tied bouquet. But things like interesting foliages are really in vogue. People are bringing all those Pinterest pictures to us with all this really unique foliage, and it's really great because it's spicing up our industry. We're using all kinds of things like Dusty Miller now that we didn't necessarily use for as much in the past. So I think it's really a great thing. But there's all kinds of fun color combos that we wouldn't necessarily have put together years ago. And now we're putting things together that are unique and different. And color changes over time. Our perception of color changes. Stephanotis, always a traditional flower, been really around for a long time. Not the least expensive flower, but look at the visual impact that you have with this arrangement. We put pearl-headed pins in and Stephanotis stems that went down in the bouquet holder really easy. We soak those with water so it goes together quickly. And then a little bit of blade adds so much perceived value again. You can get a lot more money out of something like this than you could if it didn't have this tail, on it. This really flowing cascade. It's basically a very grounded bouquet, but it's got this extension which just adds a lot of drama, and drama is really good, right? So there you go. The same would go for this. All we've got is one strand of these beads, but look at the visual impact. If you have a really tall bride, this is great. It really extends the line. You've got it collared with a wire collar, which matches the wire to the mega beads. And it's a very traditional bouquet that has really fun flowers, the garden roses, again, the peonies, and and so forth. And it's traditional with the twist. So this is one of those wicket handles, and this could be put in the cooler, and it would wick the water right into the bouquet. And I made this bouquet because I wanted to show you it's possible to add a gazillion stems of something to a holder and really make it very secure. And I'll tell you how I did this. I took these tulips. I mean, I could have. I ran out of tulips actually. It's the end of tulip season, and what I had gone to the cooler for, I was kind of lazy, didn't want to go back for more white tulips. So you know how that goes. And so I used what I had, and I filled it with a little bit of wax flower, which really added a little bit of interest here. But you take a chenille stem, and you use a little bit of floral tape, and you tape it right to the side of the tulip stem, and you push them together into the foam. And this is going to really lock those into place. Of course, you could use floral lock as well, which is even added in shirts, but I could add a gazillion tulips into this. I could have kept going until the cows came home because they all have connection to the foam and they're not going to fall out easily. So a ton of tulips in a bouquet just looks awesome. Really awesome. You can make a small tuft to something really big. And of course they're going out of season now, although we could get tulips year round, and in summer they tend to be a little more scarce, but the way things are now, you can certainly call them and order them because they are available, but they're kind of just starting to go out of season. Pardon? Yes, this is it. Actually, it's not boxwood. This is Tom. This is
it is boxwood.
It is boxwood. Okay.
It's California boxwood.
California boxwood, not the traditional what we would think of the short boxwood. California. Okay. Purple's a hot color. Especially we were tending towards purple, and now lavender's really sort of kind of going a little bit past purple, but purple's a really strong statement. And look at the combo of those carnations with the purple callus. The purple callus, sometimes you look at them, you think they're a little bit difficult to deal with because they're so saturated, they're so dark. But brides love them. They really love callus. They love that saturated color, and I mean, that just has again a lot of visual impact with that radial line coming out of the bouquet. A little bit of aluminum wire that's leading around. Thank you. It is an oasis. It is an oasis, but the difference is, if I was going to push that tulip into the oasis without the chenille stem, I'm going to have so many insertions that it easily would not stay put. But the chenille stems are really locking it into place. First of all, it's making it not circular, it's making it sort of having one flat side, but also the chenille stem is locking it into place. So without the chenille stem, I wouldn't dare try to put so many tulips in that bouquet packed in without using a lot of floral lock. But that's really going to do the trick. So we have another cascade here, and I used hyacinths, and this is not something that you could do a lot in advance. So you have to do this maybe a day or two before and seal this up in the cooler. But all I did was take bullion wire and I wrapped it around this hyacinth bloom. So a little bit of time. This is not going to be like a 1995 bouquet. So you have to spend a little bit of time wiring those little units to hang off of the bouquet. And I attached them to the little wooden picks and pushed them into the bouquet. And then I clustered the hyacinths. Hyacinths smell so good, awesome flower. The hyacinths were really, really gorgeous. So we're able to put a lot of those in the bouquet holder. These mimicked, these are Finn's product, and these mimic the Smithers beads. So I thought, this is really great. So I pushed this in there. Okay, thank you. More decorative wire, and what I did is just make a little bit of drama using just simple coils, and I could have used the coils just like this, but I thought I would make them a little conical shape and then insert them. And it just adds a little bit of something to the bouquet. It just takes it to a different place.
Isn't she good?
No, I think I dropped the flower. There you go. Perfect.
What kind of flowers are those?
So the sweet peas are one of those kind of special flowers again. We've got sweet peas and clustered tight stalk. And what I did is I took each stalk and I cut it in half, and I inserted it really tight to the foam. So I got double the use out of the stalk. And then took the sweet peas and added them to the outside of the bouquet for a little bit larger size. Okay, thank you. Okay, and we've got, I believe, a hand-tie bouquet. Yes, we do. And look at the visual impact again. I mean, I keep saying this visual impact, but it's really, really important because I think we really can get a lot of more money for our things when it's got so much going for it as far as the different attributes and different types of flowers, and you really want to make a really strong impression. And these hydrangeas are really special. They're a nice saturated purple color, which are really collaring the bouquet, and then you have that cluster of the hyacinths at the top. Clustering, and this is sort of like a Biedermeier style, really, really fun and different. It's just not necessarily a traditional sort of a look. Thank you. It looks good, but not what is good. Okay. The shelf, look at what Kim did to the back of the bouquet. I mean, we've got the shelf fungi, isn't that cute? It's really cool. It's collaring the bouquet, but look what it's doing to the bouquet. It just adds a really sort of woodsy effect. The clustered orchids and the drama going on with the lily grass. Isn't that cool? Really, really cool. We've got bouquets coming from all angles here. This is wire, and I use this. I took what did I use? A lid from the Floralock container, and I wanted to be consistent. And if I'm going to form any circles by hand without using something to make them, it takes forever and doesn't look as good. So I used that little lid and went around with my wire, and then I crimped it off with my wire pliers here. And this is the fresh hydrangea, the same hydrangea you asked me about here, but this is artificial, from the artificial department. They look really, they mimic each other. I mean, you can't tell. Everything that has these little sort of red centers is artificial. And all of the hydrangea is real. This is artificial as well. So it's a good portion of this bouquet is really artificial, but you can't tell at all. So the wire is fun, just really whimsical and fun. And to get like this teal color, we don't have a lot of teal flowers, so you need to use things other than flowers, such as ribbon. And you know, luckily we have a lot of choices there, ribbon and wire, to get to the point we need to be as far as the color of these things. So thank you. Cymbidiums again, I use the same technique as far as putting some wood picks on the cymbidiums, push them in. They're really in here securely. I opened the garden roses just a little bit more. These were quite open when I was using them, so they really have opened and they're in their prime now. A little bit of hydrangea to base it in, and the Dusty Miller, and it's just really gardeny and fun. Thank you.